Greetings and welcome to episode 6 of the Arcade Raiders podcast. This is what happens when you give a group of content creators a microphone and an audience. I am Jeremy, and with me to help deliver in the shenanigans are my good friends Jesse and Joe. How are you, dudes?
Tired, but here. It's been a long day.
Thank God it's Monday. I'm going to do our podcast. Oh, boy.
Yeah, I've had a good weekend. Today's Labor Day because we're talking in the future, so today's Labor Day. Most of us folks in the U.S. have off, which is pretty cool. So we have a 3-day weekend, so that just means more games to play, right?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
More Smite. Oh, wait.
Wait, isn't it PAX weekend too? Or last weekend?
PAX is this last weekend, yeah.
Yes, This past weekend. So next week we'll have some PAX info. But this week since we're recording on Friday, we won't have any PAX info. Obviously, there's been a few things released today, but not a ton of stuff. We'll report more on that next week, I believe.
Yes, it will.
So tired. Joe's tired. Jesse's been working. We're all been tired. I'm just excited that we just had a 3-day weekend. And I'm just excited to just relax, play games, and just hang out with the family. And we're eating burgers and stuff. So that's gonna be pretty fun.
Oh, you're going weak, son. I got freaking brisket and ribs set for this weekend. Smoked low and slow.
A hamburger.
Get on my level. Get on that pizza roll level, you freaking scrubs. Listen, all right? I don't have that Texas barbecue pit. No, I got the best pit of all time. His name is Microwave, and nukes like 25 pizza rolls at a time here. Just saying.
His name is Mike Rowave.
Mike Rowave.
Chef Microwave. Get it right.
Oh my goodness. I just thought.
Go ahead.
Mike Rowe.
There you go.
I love Mike Rowe. He's a great
man. Mike, listen,
Dirty Jobs. That's a good show.
Dirty Job without Microwave. Let's be clear about that.
Dirty Job. Mike Rowe. Wait.
That's awesome. Yeah, 2 of the 3 of us are from Texas, so we get a lot of good barbecue. Anytime there's an event or a holiday, it's just an excuse for us Texans to cook out. So we've been wanting really good hamburgers. So we went and got a whole bunch of like really good beef and buffalo, and it's just gonna be awesome.
Oh, you got buffalo. I like some buffalo beef.
Oh, 100%.
I hate you guys so very much now.
Jesse, you could fix all this by, leaving your state.
Well, Joe, I would, but the wife hates Texas. I'm sorry.
That's her own problem. You don't have to bring her.
At least it's not a frozen tundra, right?
Right.
But we do have the extreme opposite, so.
And I hope Texas gets wiped out the map, and I hope my friends get wiped out the map. Dear Santa, this is what I want for Christmas. Destroy Texas. Love, Jesse.
No, we're pretty stout, solid in the land here.
If Harvey couldn't take us out, nothing can take us out.
That's right. Well, friends, we are here to discuss video games, and this past week has kicked off a great time for gamers. We're starting to see new releases trickle in. We're starting to see some reviews, and we're starting to see quite a bit of hype and prepare for that fall and holiday season. Did either of y'all feel that excitement? Have you felt really excited the past few weeks about games?
So yes. A lot, yes. A lot, yes.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting a few more weeks. That's all.
It's Christmas. Oh my gosh, so much went out.
The game I've been waiting a year for came out, so I've been playing a hell of a lot of that.
Oh, I guess we'll talk about it here.
Outlaw.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I guess we'll talk about that in a little bit. I mean, we've got a busy. Like you got Gears, then like a few days later, Greedfall drops, then like a few days later, Borderlands 3 drops.
Hey, Ancestors just dropped today.
Yes.
Or yesterday.
Yeah, I did.
I downloaded it. It's ready to go for Monday.
Looks like a pretty cool game. I'm pretty excited to see more of that game. I watched a little bit of stream on Twitch the other day, that game, and it looks pretty solid. It looks pretty interesting.
Yeah, I was interested in it since E3 last year. I think that's when they first showed it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so ladies and gentlemen, friends and enemies, we're here to deliver some news and talk about some video games. So here, some of the weekly video game news, our thoughts, commentary, and excitement. Every week, I like to take a look at that sweet, sweet video game goodness. Time for some Arcade Raider news with Jesse.
Welcome to Arcade Raider news, guys. Let's look over some news this week. I promise there's no EA or Ninja. I guarantee you that much. There's none of that. I know, right? Thank God there's no EA or Ninja, because I'm tired of talking about those two things. So let's talk about another company, Blizzard. Hey, I know a lot of you guys are excited for WoW Classic. Like, so many of you guys. I mean, holy crap.
Me.
And Blizzard has warned people that certain realms will have long queue times over 10,000 people. And, well, in the big book of Blizzard launches, they are right. Many players have to wait and wait to play. Some over 3 hours at most. And, I mean, you can watch Endgame that time, which, you know, that's totally fine with me. You know, watch Endgame, enjoy that movie again. And, you know, Blizzard was cautious before they released more realms for this. And, well, we see what happened. Enjoy Endgame, guys. Now, it didn't stop there. Nope. And I hope you did buy the Blu-ray edition because the special features, good. You had to wait in line for quests as well, for certain quests. So in your starting zones, you're pretty much around your bunch of guys trying to get this. But this did vary between races. And, well, let's keep Endgame fired up and watch a Dark commentary. Now, Sky, I know you were our WoW Classic fanboy here.
Oh yeah.
Were you a victim of the long queue times?
So yes, I did find some workarounds. So what I did was I came home immediately, logged in the server I picked, which was a high populated server, which was Herod. But I knew some friends that were going to be on that server. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to go hang out. We'll see what happens. I got right in, no queue, finished my first quests, didn't have to wait for any lines to kill a mob. I hit level 4, went to turn in those quests, server crashes. Okay, cool. Just a hiccup. Server crashes, get back on, 25,000 person queue. Almost 500 minutes. I went, nope, re-rolled on another server, got in instantly, and then I got to see what they were talking about with these lines. There were people literally stacked on top of each other, blocking, setting up macros to where it would just basically, the second something spawned, it would tag it. And in World of Warcraft Classic, if you tag it, you own it. So nobody else can get that credit for the kill. In retail version of World of Warcraft, like Battle for Azeroth, anybody can just do a little bit of damage and everybody gets it, no matter if you're in the same group or not. So yes, it was miserable the first night and I was so frustrated, but then I changed characters up, went to a different area, and it was okay. So since then, it's been a lot better because I've also decided to use a remote desktop app. And so what I do is before I leave work is I just get on my phone, remote to my PC, log in, and just sit there until I'm ready to play. But yeah, long lines, ridiculous. And you're right. I could have watched Endgame the other night while I was playing just in queue. It's pretty rough.
And I don't know, just seeing this, and Blizzard kind of knew that this is going to happen. They knew.
Yes. They admitted they knew. But their thinking was they can't just... So they have to think about the long game. And I think that's what a lot of people forget is they're thinking of the long game. They can't just open 1 million servers. Okay, because if you do, what happens in 3 weeks when the game population dies down? Now you have nobody on those servers. And so then they've got to take the time to connect servers together or allow people to transfer. And there's other issues with that. So if my name was Skyroby on one server and they tried to condense 2 servers together and there were 2 Skyrobys, one person loses their name. So there's a lot of logistics going on with that. So I see their point. They're thinking about the future. So what they did was they started doing this layering kind of technology where they were allowing kind of more world servers to kind of stack on top of each other. And that seems like it's worked a little bit better. But there still is some queues, but nowhere near on the server I'm playing, anywhere near as long. The 3 or 4 main servers, oh yeah, it's still ridiculous. So
I mean, they could there's a middle out there. And I think probably can understand that reference.
What was the reference?
Middle out.
Oh, yeah.
Middle out.
Yeah.
Silicon Valley. Watch it, dude.
Yeah.
Watch Silicon Valley. You can actually finish that series by the time we were logged into WoW that day.
Yeah, probably.
So all in all,
I'm not a WoW fan,
out.
so I never got into WoW. So I kind of feel for those people, but at the same time, I'm like, I was a fan of Fantasy 11 player. I played Final Fantasy 14. No, I wish I could have spent more time on Final Fantasy 14 because it's actually pretty decent, but it's just I don't have time for MMOs anymore, man. I just don't. That's something I like to get invested into, and I have just too many games that I want to play. So with my current game sets, I can be like, hey, hop on this game. All right, I'm tired of playing this game. I'm going to switch over to another game. All right, bam, and I can go back to that first game later. So
yeah.
That's just me. I like that sucks though. That sucks that they all these people just waited. Y'all been waiting for how long since it was announced? Almost
2
a year
years
now too.
Yeah,
2
yeah, a little
years?
over a year, almost 2 years, basically.
Yeah, y'all been waiting for it, and then all of a sudden, y'all are stuck.
Yeah,
I mean, and a lot. I think a lot of it also is a lot of people forgot what it was back in WoW Classic. Like you said, when with the original WoW, you hit something and that all the experience goes to you. Nobody else gets experience. And
unless you're in a group. Unless you're
in a group, obviously. But I think a lot of people forgot about all the little the little kinks and bugs and weird things that happen in Classic that they've adjusted over the years.
Yeah.
The quality of life features that were added on later on.
Yeah, and they add up. Like this game's been around for 18, almost 15 years.
Yeah.
15 years. So 15 years of quality of life improvements. That's a lot, dude.
Yes.
That's a lot of stuff you're missing out on now.
Yeah.
Especially if you're used to playing the Battle of Azeroth. So
yep. No, you're right. You hit it on the head.
And let's get the
Rough
next news story.
times, but fun times.
Yeah. So the next news story going, guys. Okay, last year we saw Telltale Games get shut down, which was a big driver in story-based games. You got to remember, games pretty much had a lot of games going on, so many to count. However, LCG Entertainment said not today after reviving Telltales. Now, to break down how it's going to go down. So LCG will sell some of their back catalog and be working on new games based on a few Telltale's titles. They have also offered freelancing roles to some of the workers for Telltales that might go to full-time, so we'll see what happens there. Now their biggest series, The Walking Dead, won't be coming back because Skybound now owns that property, but we'll see what kind of license they will have in the future. The list licenses include Borderlands, Game of Thrones, Guardians of the Galaxy, Minecraft, Wolf Among Us, and Batman. Now, I did have Stranger Things for a while, but because of the time frame, the license went back to Netflix. So, I am not ready to go back to point-and-click adventures. I am not.
I think the games that Telltale made, Wolf Among Us is still one of my favorite, short story games I've ever played. Minecraft Story Mode is really good. The Batman games were really good. I wasn't a huge fan of the Guardians of the Galaxy one. I didn't finish it. But the Walking Dead Telltale series to me it's fantastic. It's such a good story. Especially the first game or the first season or whatever was spectacular. I got to share it with my son too. My son's a Walking Dead fan, so we got to kind of watch it together and play it together. And he's just fascinated by the story and the characters and how deep they are. So I think it's good. Skybound and Kirkman owning the Walking Dead rights for the game, that's obviously going to be their property forever. But from what I understand, I think the rumor when they got kind of dissolved was that there was a Wolf Among Us 2 in the works.
I think there was.
Yeah, there was. They were already talking about Wolf Among Us 2.
Yes.
It had been talked about since a little bit after they finished the first Wolf Among Us. But I think, like you said, I think they were actually working on it. I think they might have been just writing the story.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you, I enjoyed the hell out of the first Wolf Among Us.
It was so
I
good.
thought that it was a fantastic story. The artwork is, again, like I enjoy that cell shading style game when it's I don't know. I've always enjoyed it, but like I never got in Borderlands, which that makes no sense because that's almost the only thing about Borderlands that I find amazing.
Yeah.
But I just
the story.
I never the story.
Agreed.
And so I was really, really looking forward to Wolf Among Us 2 because they popped out Walking Dead Season 1 and then immediately popped out the second one. I never played the Minecraft Story Mode. I always wanted to give it a shot, but I never got into it. And then I played the Game of Thrones one, and I'm pretty sure they lost the license to that one too. Which I liked the Game of Thrones one. It was kind of like to me it was interesting.
I didn't care for. I thought the story kind of sucked for me. That's me.
I thought it was interesting to see a minor house that wasn't, really involved in the major storyline, and kind of follow around with one of those. But like, I could see why it didn't really catch on with a lot of people.
Yeah.
I enjoy the Telltale games. I like I like that I'm not usually a fan of what's it called? Quick time action games.
QTEs, yeah.
I don't like QTEs in action games. I don't like QTEs in shooters and stuff like that. This stuff to me feels lazy. It feels like you're not putting enough trust into the gamer to play the game. But with Telltale, the whole game is QTE, so it's not a big drawback from the game itself. It doesn't take away from the story. It doesn't take away from, how you interact, because that's the entire game. That's the only way you interact with that game is through QTE.
Yes.
So I don't know. I've always enjoyed their games. I love the Walking Dead series. That one was. I never played Michonne though. I just played the other ones.
It's a good one.
I own Michonne. I haven't played it. I played the first season of Walking Dead, and I was like, okay. And then when third came out, I was falling out of the fandom of Walking Dead. I thought the main show kind of sucked at that point. I did play Borderlands for a little bit. I haven't finished it. Game of Thrones, I was disappointed. That was me,
I think they create good content. They make good stories, and that's my main thing about Telltale Games, and that's why I just didn't like that what happened.
Yeah, same. But I do want to try Wolf Among Us. I do own it.
It's a good game, man.
Are you talking about in the game or in the show? Because I stopped following the show.
Oh, the show. Hands down, show. The show was just worn on me. It's yep, I give up. Negan. I'm done.
After Negan killed what's his face?
Glenn,
yeah.
Glenn.
That's the last episode I watched too.
I stopped caring about the show.
Yep.
I liked Negan's character. I thought Negan was well done, but the show just lost everything from me, because the only person I really was really rooting for at that time was Glenn.
Yeah.
Everybody else was just I know everybody loves freaking Reedus, but Norman Reedus, I run into Norman Reedus every day of the week down here, bro. That's nothing for me. I don't know how to explain it.
You told me.
Glenn was the one person I was I actually really just enjoy his character. He was that innocent, naive individual that kind of got stuck in a crappy situation and dealt with it the best way he could, and fell in love with the hottest girl on the show. So it's one of those things. I really enjoyed Glenn's character, and for them to kill him off, I understand. It made sense in the storyline. Rick should have been dead. I'm sorry, Rick should have died a long time ago. There was just some people that they kept around way too long. Honestly, Norman Reedus' character probably should have died, but I know that would have caused a big kerfuffle. So
the world would have exploded.
Yeah.
I think the slogan at our house was, if Norman Reedus dies, we riot.
Right.
That was our weekly saying. If he dies, we riot. We will burn down Atlanta.
Burn down Atlanta.
Listen, not saying it will, but we're saying hypothetically. So that way I can stop myself in case the actual fire does break out Atlanta. I'm innocent. Hypothetical situation here. Yeah. But I have a 2-for rule, and that's I hate how they change zombie rules. Okay, zombie make a lot of sound, blah, blah. And when you have 2 silent zombies show up in 2 different parts of a season, I'm done. I'm nope, screw you. I'm out. So, okay.
Yeah. No. Telltale makes good games.
Yeah.
Sorry, we got off on a tangent there. I'm sorry.
We got into a Walking Dead discussion. This is a Walking Dead podcast.
We can do that on another podcast. Right.
We'll start another podcast, call it the Walking Dead podcast, and just spit out Walking Dead.
Yeah. All right, what next?
Sorry, that's my fault.
No, you're good. It's good.
That's good. And another thing.
I'm kind of excited about Telltale coming back. I think with even losing some of the titles and selling some of their titles, I think that the ones that they do retain are, if they're done right, can keep carrying on Telltale's legacy. So especially if they come out with a good sequel to The Wolf Among Us, because The Wolf Among Us was just fantastic.
Yep.
Okay, let's continue on with the news. So The Walking Dead. I'm just kidding. Okay, guys, maybe drop some big stuff over the week. In light of other streams, which we won't talk about, it's actually pretty good. So there's now a streamer review program. So starting September 4th, which is tomorrow, if you are a streamer on Mixer and you stream for the PC, mobile, or use a camera on Xbox, you will have to renew your stream key. They want to improve monitoring and validation of new streamers on the platform. In short, you'll need to watch a short safety video and make a pledge that pretty much says that you won't do anything naughty on stream.
Yeah.
So this sounds like a lot of great coming our way. A lot of more, what do you want to say it? Just more general like care for the platform, you know?
Yeah. So they came out with they dropped a several news things, several catbot things, and but yeah, this was the big one that they're going to kind of educate streamers before they can just start streaming. So they're going to have to watch. I think we called it a safety video. Is that what they called it?
Yes, a safety video.
Yeah. So they do a safety video, and then like you said, they have to wait 24 hours for it to be verified. Then boom, their stream key becomes active. I think it's cool. I'm kind of not 100% on it, so
I can't find where to watch. Just gonna say, I've looked. I know you can okay, because us three being partners, we're kind of allowed to do it without having to actually go through all of that again, or go through all of that, because we're held to a higher standard. We're the face of the company, so we kind of already are supposed to be following those rules. So, but I've looked to try to find the video because I want to watch it, because I don't want to be like that partner that says, no, I don't have to watch it, why should I? I want to actually be able to say, okay, now I know what was in that video, and I want to, I can talk with it about people in my channel. I can talk about it with new streamers. I can talk about it with current streamers who I as soon as they announced it that this was a thing, the current streamers that I have in my community, I tagged them all into that tweet and was like, look, this is what's going on. Y'all need to get ahead of it so that way y'all don't have to wait the 24 hours. Y'all can do it now and get it over and done with,
Yes.
So but I want to, I can't, and I've done the whole, go to here on the broadcast page, and I can't find the video. I just find, hey, ask for a new stream key, and I'm lazy.
Yeah. I think it's a good way to vet, people that are serious and people that do want to actually stream and not just, all right, I'm going to stream for 10 minutes, then I'm going to turn it off and then complain that, I don't have 50 followers. So it's going to eliminate.
You don't.
It's going to eliminate
10 minutes. Come on.
I have 51. Thank you. No, it's going to eliminate some of that. It's going to eliminate some of the sense of urgency just to jump in and stream. I also think it's cool they're going to educate. I was kind of, hoping they would do more than just that, to kind of do like a little, maybe couple videos or some sort of, for a living. This is what I do is, I create material and stuff for training and things. So I thought it would be, maybe a little bit more, but it's a good start.
I do have to say that I'm changing the people who can talk in my chat. Everybody has to be level 100 in my chat before.
Oh gosh, jeez.
when I saw that, I was like, oh man.
Yeah.
Like I get it, because people were, because Twitch has the sub only streams kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I get why they did this whole, okay, we need to give our partners some kind of ability to change who gets to talk and stuff like that. And it also, weeds out the people that just come in for shout outs and the people that just come in for, the troll. Yeah. Or the people like I had last night. Oh, can I play? I'm on PC. Oh, all right, bye.
Yeah.
Like, wait.
Yeah.
I'm playing Stardew Valley, bro. Like,
yeah.
I'm not just gonna invite you to come play Stardew Valley with me.
Who are you? Get out of here.
I don't know who you are. Oh, you want to get an Xbox Live Party? Nope. Refuse to do
and they invite you anyway.
Yeah, dude. Like
so many invites that.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to up that level, because they also announced that you, like you said, you can set levels to people that can communicate in your chat. I'm going to up that level, probably something low, but just enough towards not those, drive-by, sayings. But half of me is
level
like
45.
Okay, half of me will be like, that might turn people off, and I want people to discover, especially with a lot of people being new to Mixer right now. But on the flip side, I would like people to spend more than 10 seconds in my channel and, sit down, have a drink, get to know us, talk, so
what I do,
that'll limit
what I am really happy about is the catbot moderation by level.
Yes.
That I actually want to go through and mess around with, because while I'm an 18 plus streamer and I allow a lot of stuff that a lot of people don't allow on their streams, there are certain things that I'm like, if I did have that ability to change the moderation level, and have it on high for somebody that's brand new to my channel, so that they're just not spewing off freaking craziness in my stream, and then put it very low where I have it for everybody else already. Just have those two levels, whether it's, you're either on high restricted mode or you're on normal, basically, for me. I do really enjoy that part of the, customization, I'll say. And Mixer Create leaving us.
Yeah, I'm kind of bummed about that.
Yeah.
I understand why they're doing it, though, because like they said, Streamlabs has an app. I think OBS is supposed to be getting an app for Android. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's coming out.
But it also saves them resources, because you think about it, they're not just running, one team. This is not just one dev team working on one website. They have a dev team for this aspect. They have a dev team for this aspect. They have an app dev team who's working on not only the viewing app, then they have a create app dev team. So like, when you're looking at from the business side of it, and this is what I try to explain to everybody, is you always have to look at everything when it comes to Twitch, Mixer, YouTube, any of these streaming platforms, any of these video hosting platforms. You have to look at it from a business side of it first, and not just from the creator side of it. Because as creators, we're selfish. We think about ourselves. We think about our friends that are on there, and we want us to get all the benefits. But when you actually take a step back, right? When you actually take a step back and look at it from the business side of it and see what they're trying to do and why they're trying to adjust it. And that's why I was really sad that a lot of the people that worked at Mixer were laid off. I had to look at it and say, look, like, take myself out of it, take my emotions out of it, and look at it from their standpoint, where they're trying to cut costs here to do better there, kind of thing. And we don't know everything that they're gonna use that savings for later. Just because we're not sitting in the boardrooms, we're not sitting in the meetings and stuff like that. So we just have to make our own inferences, kind of thing. And that's one of the things I thought with the Create app. While it was a good app, while it served its purpose for the time being, there are, like they said, there's a couple other apps out there that do just as well and probably better, because those apps are the main focus of them. Streamlabs and OBS, like, they only have to worry about the programs, those two programs, kind of thing. That's just my 2 cents.
No, that's very well said. I agree.
And let's continue by going to our game releases for the week of September 2nd. Guys, we got Catherine Full Body coming out. We got Warsaw, Creature in the Well, Monster Hunter World, Iceborne, NBA 2K20, and River City Girls. I am so excited for River City Girls, guys. You don't freaking stand. Dudes. Have you seen this game?
Look up this game.
No, River City Girls looks fun. It looks pretty cool. It looks like it has a good story. From what I understand, it's so far it's pretty sweet from the early.
And it's from WayForward, which is also an amazing company. They do great work, especially because this is now like a good old beat 'em up.
Yeah.
Oh, orgasm. Okay.
This feels like an old school arcade game, man.
That's what it is. Dude. Yeah. No, it's gonna be awesome.
I won't play it, but I'll watch you play it.
I'll play my pants off. Trust me. So. It's not really a fighting game. It's like an old school, Final Fight was, go for the boss area.
I was horrible at those games. Oh, goodness.
Shunning.
Shun, unshun.
Yeah, sorry, I'm shunning.
No, it looks like a pretty fun game. It looks like a game that would definitely be worth, a few hours at least.
Well, I'm gonna beat the game probably. I'm gonna play the hell out of that with both girls, just running through. I'm that kind of guy when it comes to beat 'em ups. And like we do every week, look at all the free stuff we're gonna get, guys. Guys, go to Xbox One. You can get Hitman to complete first season and Earth Defense 2025. On PlayStation Plus, you can pick up Batman, Arkham Knight, and Darksiders 3. And on the Epic Store until the 5th, guys, you can pick up Celeste and Inside. Celeste was AR's Indie Game of the Year, so pick that one up at least.
Yeah, Celeste is a good game. I would say grab that one as well. It's hard. Don't get me wrong. Celeste is one of the hardest games I've ever played, but it was really It's really worth it, in my opinion.
Oh, I'm so sad I have to wait a year for Monster Hunter World Iceborne.
For PC?
Yeah.
Wait, are really?
Yeah, it's not coming out for like a year on PC, dude.
Yeah. It's delayed a long time for PC.
Who can we yell at this one? Oh yeah, that's right. Damn you!
Bandai Namco?
I can't yell at them. They make Gunbreakers.
They make good games. I can't yell at them.
They make games. I can't yell at them that much. They're not another company.
Hitman: The Complete First Season is worth it. I enjoyed that game. Batman: Arkham Knight, I'm not sure.
Oof, that's a good game. Batman: Arkham Knight's a really good. Have you ever played it?
No, I just remember the outrage on PC that.
No, I got AMD, and they hate AMD.
Darksiders 3, I enjoy the Darksiders games, so
yeah.
But anyway, pretty fun. All these free games and all these included games are super nice. I thought Inside and Limbo, everybody told me, oh, these are just fantastic games. Some of the best games you ever played. I thought they were extremely boring.
I never played them, so you're alone there.
Yeah.
I played Inside and Limbo, and I didn't really give a crap about them.
Yeah, same here. I thought it was just really boring.
But that's going to do it for news this week, guys. And I'll release this. We'll be back next week for more the news desk. Hopefully, EA and of course Ninja stay up on news desk. This is a no EA Ninja news desk this week, so play that flag right here. Get off my news desk.
All right, this is a segment of the show in which we take a letter or note from a gamer out there and discuss the question or topic. Well, hopefully we discuss and answer the question or topic. We're typically not too sure, but let's go ahead and do it. So this was from an anonymous. Not too sure about all that, but it's from anonymous. Yo, Arcade Raider family. Wow. Capital W, lower W, capital W. It's been a classic week. Get it? Seriously, with the release of WoW Classic this past week, many of my gaming friends have been taking long trips down nostalgia lane. Do you all get nostalgic on games that have been a big part of your life as a kid or even into your adult years? And if so, what gets you nostalgic, and how do you feel about gaming companies playing on our nostalgia emotions and re-releasing those games we remember? By the way, congrats on raising $1,375 for Extra Life. Enjoy your week. So yes, with the WoW Classic, there's been a lot of nostalgia. There's been a lot of excitement. I've met a lot of folks that are excited. So Anonymous here is asking us, do we get nostalgic in games? What games get us nostalgic? Do we like that? Do we see any problem with that, with video game companies kind of playing in our emotions? No, Joe, what you got? Or Burger, whoever.
Go Burger.
No, we all get nostalgic. That's what we are. We love playing those games from our childhood. We're at the age now where we got access to all these games, from our virtual consoles to emulators to everything. Heck, I even play Link to the Past, but I play it randomized because I want that little challenge. Make my old game something new every time. Okay, sorry, I went ahead.
That's fine. I get nostalgic when I think about it, but I have a really hard time going back and playing games that I really enjoyed as a kid. Because this all started because I tried to play GoldenEye a couple years ago.
Oh,
and that game didn't age well. That game didn't age well.
Not at all.
But like, I just remember sitting around the system playing with 3 other people and having a lot of fun. Now, if they want to remake SOCOM, I would be very happy because that was a lot of my early adulthood right there. Like, so many hours put into SOCOM on PlayStation 2, man. So many hours. It was amazing. But like, I don't know. I try not to get my hopes up when they do stuff like that. Like, they re-released Spyro recently. I didn't play it because I have fond memories of playing that game as a young teenager. Crash Bandicoot's the same way. I think there's a difference for me for some like a title that has been continuing over all those years, Mario. I can always go and watch somebody play the newer Mario games because they've advanced as we've advanced, and I'm not going back and playing the original. Although I will say some of the old like Super Mario Brothers, like, they're still fantastic even years and years and years down the road.
Yeah.
because I still suck at them. Same thing with like Donkey Kong, but like the graphics don't age. They don't do well. It's easier with 8-bit games because you're not expecting anything but 8-bit graphics. You know, when you have like that artificial 3D CGI from the 1990, from 1998 or the early 2000s, you're like, oh my god, this thing is ugly. What am I doing here? Halo's a really perfect example. I love the Halo franchise. I've fallen off on the Halo franchise from 4 and 5 because I just lost the love for the multiplayer on them. But I've played every single Halo that has ever came out, every single one of them, and I bought the MCC collection when it first came out because, again, I'm a huge Halo fan. So I played through it. I had to play on the readjusted graphics because Halo CE's graphics are ugly. They are disturbing to look at when you're so used to seeing modern graphics and modern
Preach.
systems. So I try not to get super nostalgic when I'm playing games, but I mean it's gonna happen. I'll listen to an album and it'll remind me of my first girlfriend. All right, so it'll always happen. You'll always be nostalgic. It's just you have to temper your expectation and remember that it's been 10, 15, 30 years, since you played this game. That's just me. I don't know.
Yeah. So that's the same thing with me is this whole WoW Classic release. I was super excited. I'm still pretty excited, but like you said, temper expectations because like you said, 15 years ago, the game was graphically terrible. There was a lot of things that have changed, life-changing things for the better over 15 years. So I just got real nostalgic because of this was a game that really for me, I started interacting in online groups. So in 2004, when I started playing, I got to make some really good friends. And if it wasn't for World of Warcraft, I probably never would have developed the relationship with my best friend. Only because our really good friend started dating this guy and he just happened to have a level 30 warlock. And I was like, oh, I just started playing too. And then that's how our relationship bloomed, was playing World of Warcraft. So every time I think of World of Warcraft Classic or Vanilla, it's all about me and him because that's where we got to be best friends. But like other games, though, I get really nostalgic when I hear the Zelda song, from the Nintendo 8-bit sounds. It just something hits me. Or when I hear Super Mario, it hits me. Or you hear those random sounds, like some of the gameplay sounds, like in GoldenEye, the gunshots. You would be able to recognize those gunshots in any sound clip.
Or Grunt Birthday Party in Halo.
Yeah. Yeah. So all that stuff, like I think it was a Resident Evil. Thank you. You hear those things and that it tugs.
What are you selling?
So I think it's great.
Welcome. No, what? Screw it. I know I'm going for Halloween. I'll be the mysterious trader from 4. Thank you.
I think it's good to be nostalgic. But like Joe said, you kind of have to temper expectations when they re-release a game. Unless they completely remake it like Final Fantasy VII, you're going to have to live with those quality of life, I guess, lack of quality of life that they had back when they first made the game. So it tugs your heartstrings. One thing for me is being nostalgic and having a son, because then I can share my hype from 20 years ago or 25 years ago with my kid and get him hyped. So that's always a big part of my nostalgia trip, and kind of why I'm okay. I love when game companies play your heartstrings, or when like the video game companies will release, hey, we're releasing a new soundtrack, or re-releasing the soundtrack of like Ocarina of Time, or they release stuff like that. That's just the things that I remember, because I know this is so dumb. We're getting old, but those were simpler times, when you didn't have any worries.
You know what never aged? Muds never aged.
No, not at all. Yeah.
I love those things. They are the worst interface to play an online game ever, but they're so fun.
There's something addictive about those.
They really are. Discworld Mud was my go-to.
But those are the things that tug at our nostalgia strings. And like I said, the big thing is WoW Classic this week. And because WoW Classic is a throwback to the original World of Warcraft vanilla 14, 15 years ago, it's really bringing that whole wave of nostalgia back. And I think that Blizzard tapped into something here, and I think we're going to see more out of it. I think we're going to see the next expansion, the Burning Crusade, come out. and then we might see an expansion after that. It's kind of like the Nintendo, what do you call the Nintendo Classic. Yeah. So you got the Nintendo Classic, and who was that made for? It was made for us. It was made for the people between 30 and 50. It was made for our age group, 100%. You know, the SNES Classic was made for about the same age group because Nintendo knows that they're going to show those other things. It also goes back to Nintendo saying they're not going to have a virtual console, because who wants the virtual console? The people our age that are always nostalgic, that just want to sit down and play, you know, Excite Bike or Bump and Jump, you know, on their Nintendo Switch. So that nostalgia is big, and it makes a shit ton of money.
Mm-hmm.
It does.
Like the number of people that have come back to World of Warcraft has already exceeded the maximum population for Battle for Azeroth, which is the retail version, the retail expansion out right now. That speaks volumes. That's money. That's big money. You know, all the Nintendo Classics sold out within a few hours. The Super NES Classics sold out within a few hours because it's all about nostalgia and it's all about playing that. So I enjoy it.
It's still sitting on the shelf somewhere.
Oh yeah. So, you know, I buy that stuff just because I am feeling nostalgic. You know, sometimes when I see like a Nintendo or something on the side of the road, or like in a store, not on the side of the road, that's weird. Like, you know, in a store, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's nostalgic. You know, it's something for me. You know, I bought a Keyblade, you know, a life-size Keyblade, because that's nostalgic, because those are games that I remember and that I played. So nostalgia. So any other comments?
I usually wander into the old mom and pop shops where they sell the old games off, and just to browse. And sometimes I get lucky and I find like an old copy of Wave for 64 for $5, or Majora's Mask, and I pick those up right away.
Yeah,
because I want it in my own collection. And my wife,
you're not going to play it.
Oh, I'm going to play it. I still have my 64 hooked to my main TV in my bedroom.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Because I am that kind of guy that's like, you know, I'll play a little Mario 64 before I go to bed. Just not enough. Heck, right now, I got my Super Nintendo hooked up with Link to the Past because I love that game to death. I could play the game for hours.
Yeah. And
I can just like run the whole map, like, okay. Heck, I even tried to speedrun that game for a little bit, which, not that bad. Like, not anything good. It's not that. It's complicated at first. Once you get used to the whole map and how to do the routing, you're set.
Yeah.
However, I think with nostalgia, I'm kind of that boat where it's like, you know, if I just want to watch the game be played, I'll watch a speedrun the old nostalgia thing and just watch these guys like pretty much kill a game when I can barely pass the first level.
Yeah.
But that's where I stand on that part.
It's just going to get older. The older we get, you know, the more we're going to be more nostalgic. You know, so they're definitely going to steal the money out of our pocketbook, and I'm okay with it. I don't mind. It doesn't bother me at all. I'll still buy the stuff. I'll still go, you know, I'll still do everything. So I'm good with it. So anonymous emailer here, you kids and your fancy electronic mail. Thanks for sending that in. We appreciate it. Yes, we did raise almost $1,400 for Extra Life. We really appreciate that again. And so nostalgic. You guys enjoy your nostalgia. You enjoy your WoW Classic and live it up, because that's what this nostalgia bit is all about. Okay, friends, each week we also like to discuss the newer old games that we are, or what we like to call, what's tickling your funny bits. Joe, you're up. What games are you playing this week that are tickling your funny bits?
Well, I just got Ancestor, so I'm going to be playing that very soon. But Rebel Galaxy Outlaw, I've been waiting a freaking year for this damn game, obviously, because it's PAX West weekend. And that's when I first got to see it. That game is fan-freaking-tastic. It's not easy. It's actually pretty difficult, even on normal. And it's one of the few games. Oh, that and Stardew Valley. I know I'm a year and a half late into Stardew Valley.
Welcome.
No, you're about 3 years late, Joe.
Wait, Joe? Who's your waifu?
Right now I'm trying to either court Penny or actually accidentally got Maru chasing after me.
Oh, nice.
Because now Demetrius yelled at me and was like, "I'm gonna break your kneecaps. You hurt my daughter." Kind of talk in the lab. That was really strange. But I kind of want to save Penny and or steal Leah. You know, I totally get with Leah.
Nice.
So redheads, gotcha.
I mean, I've never hidden that fact. But yeah, so Stardew Valley's gotten my attention. I play it co-op with a couple people, and I don't play it by myself because again, too many games. So, but Rebel Galaxy, oh my goodness, that game is definitely got all the stuff that I wanted. Like it exceeded expectation on how in depth the game is. I'm struggling with some of it because it's like I think I'm doing well, and then all of a sudden I get just wrecked on a mission, and I'm just like, oh my god, why why am I getting destroyed? I thought I was good enough for this. But the story is fun, the music is fantastic. They have like 6 different stations you can listen to, even with streamer mode on, which they have the licensed music for, the license so you can stream it. So they purchased the license for the music so that you can stream it. And there's 6 stations, and they have a lot of music on it, so you can just listen to whatever you want.
That's
Cruise
neat.
around the cruise around the galaxy and steal stuff, shoot stuff, and sell stuff. That's basically what I've been doing.
That's
I'm
really
like,
cool.
I think I'm like halfway through the story. I'm not too sure, but the ship customization, I wish I was better at freaking the like art, because I get like really frustrated real fast if something doesn't go my way. So I get really basic artwork, because you can like stencil on art onto your ship. So basically you import a PNG or JPEG, and then you like use the tool, and it basically puts that image onto the ship in that place that you want it. So right now my big giant ship says send newts, and has my pirate flag on it, and Medusa on the front. So I mean that, and it's kind of like got a purple red camo style base paint. So yeah, that's my current ship looking right now.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's a fantastic game. I everybody should purchase it. I think everybody should purchase it. That's just me.
All right, Jesse, what's tickling your funny bits?
I've also been playing Rebel Galaxy Outlaw. I just wish it would explain stuff better to you. That's my whole problem with the game. Like, there's no manual at all. Take a while, you're like, oh, how do I break? Like, oh, okay, that's how I break. But I'm enjoying it so far. I played about 3 hours of it. And then I'm doing my extra life incentive, which was Tim got to choose a game for me, and he chose Ryse on a Rome. And that game is such a drag. It's a giant tech demo that's lasting way too long.
I loved that game.
For me, it's like, hey, let's take the Batman combat, but make it not fun for me. That's me,
I could see that. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. Ubisoft did it better.
It did. Ubisoft did better.
Also, Burger, if you talk to the bartenders and ask them for tips, they tell you how to play the game.
I'm sorry. I wish it would tell me in the manual somewhere or on a screen. No. You want me to go talk to people? I'm here to play a game, not be like, oh, let me talk to you. How do I control a ship? Press Q to break. Oh, thank you, Captain Obvious. Man, I go to the option to menu, but no.
Question: are you playing keyboard mouse?
Yes.
Oh, it's so much easier on controller.
I need a flight stick. I want a flight stick for this game so bad.
Like I used my Elite controller, dude, and it is so much easier. The only thing I use my mouse for is when I'm doing artwork on my ship. Everything else is gamepad. And I learned that with the first Rebel Galaxy. It was a lot easier to maneuver stuff on your on the Xbox Elite.
No, I want my mouse keyboard. I'm sorry, I can't. I won't connect.
No, sorry.
You know what? Okay, I bought this podcast like I'm ready to live fast forward. Okay, I swear. I swear. I said I'm not gonna cuss time, because if I do cuss, I'm gonna be like, damn it, sorry for cussing. Catchphrase.
Well, for me, oh no, sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Keep going. You have a long list.
Yeah, I'm still playing Minecraft SkyFactory because it's all about building up. And I'm soon to have a computer, which is nice in that game because I'll be actually able to do a lot more stuff because I'm crazy at that. But the big game I'm excited about is something that's probably be my indie game of the year, which I believe now, because we're airing this on the 2nd, I get a review for this. Children of Morta. Holy crap, play this game. If you love roguelikes, if you like great story and pixelated graphics, the graphics are freaking beautiful, the story is amazing, combat's amazing, all the family members are awesome. So freaking badass. I love this game.
Children of Morta? Is that what it's called?
Children of Morta. Holy crap. It's awesome. Like all the family members have their own their own weapons. Like you got Kevin who runs like Naruto and with dual daggers. You got John who has a giant sword and shield. You got Linda who has a bow and arrow that acts as explosion damage. You got Mark who pretty much is a monk. And they're all unique in all of their play styles, and it's just great. It's fantastic. And they all the more work you do with one character, it adds up. And then you get more and more buffs for your whole family. So your whole family gets stronger. And it's so amazing. It's so great. And I'm so glad that I got a key for this, and I'm going to play it so much more. Anyway, Jeremy, hang on.
You know what? It just makes me happy that you're happy.
I'm happy.
That's so funny. That's the one thing about video games I enjoy. I just enjoy seeing people so happy over games, whether they're giant AAA games or, just indie games, small mobile games. So it just makes me happy when people are happy about that stuff.
Anyway, Jeremy, what is tickling your funny bits, my friend?
Oh, of course. World of Warcraft Classic, 100%. That's been tickling the funny bits for a week now. So yeah, I've been having a really good time. I've been leveling, kind of getting, my best friend started playing, but he's been out of town for several days, so he hasn't really had a chance to play too much. So we're going to start we just started this weekend kind of playing back together. We're about the same level. So of course, Warcraft Classic. And the other day while I was waiting in that long ass queue, I started playing Bard's Tale 4 Director's Cut. And when I've seen it before, I've played the original Bard's Tale, and it's kind of a really hard game to play, but it's really good. So what I did was I put it on and immediately just forgot how amazing these games are and how well written they are. In Exile does a really good job of their games. So what really caught me in this one was there's a lot of voice acting. There's actual music, there's actual conversation, and it immediately hooked me. So I'm going to be playing some more Bard's Tale kind of in my spare time, just kind of alone. I like to play those games kind of alone just because I like just kind of immersing myself in the story. The other one that I have in my hot little hand here that I'm ready to play in a few minutes is Man of Medan, the Dark Pictures anthology Man of Medan by Supermassive, and they're the same group that did Until Dawn. So I'm excited about that.
So how scared do you be, Jeremy? How scared?
I hate scary games. They scare me so much. But I'm definitely going to play this one because Until Dawn to me was a really well-written game, and it was creepy. Wasn't a lot of jump scares, more psychological. But I think this one is going to have more jump scares, and it's going to be even deeper into the mind, the metaverse. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be good. I'm a huge fan. They're going to be releasing a whole series. So the Dark Pictures anthology, they're going to be releasing a whole bunch of different games from what I understand. So what's been tickling my funny bits is WoW Classic, Bard's Tale 4 Director's Cut, and what will be tickling my funny bits is the Dark Pictures anthology, Man of Medan.
I still have a month until Outer Worlds comes out, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Can't wait.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna no life that game until Cyberpunk comes out.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that one.
Same.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's been what's tickling our funny bits for the week. More next week on the games that we're really enjoying in our spare time and our stream time. We'll discuss those with you next week. All right, fellas, it's sellout time. Let the good folks of the interwebs know where they can find you. Joe?
You can find me at mixer.com/Pirate King. You can find me at pirateking.com, twitter.com/Pirate King. You can also find me at joe80085.com, and discord.gg/Pirate King, because everywhere I am, I'm Pirate King.
Nice. Jesse?
Well, okay. You can come find me at mixer.com/Tapper, where you can see me do a lot of game streams. Probably going to be playing a lot of new games this week because it's release week. You can come find me on Twitter at Tapper, where I'm starting to be a little more active in there, mostly dunking on stuff that Tim says. You can come find me on Instagram, instagram.com/Tapper. And if you're not on Discords, hey, discord.gg/BurgerNation. Come to our Discord. We share memes all the time. We have no life. Jeremy, where can we find you at?
Guys, you can find me streaming several times a week, science and video games, on mixer.com/Skyroby. I am at Mr. Skyroby on Twitter and Instagram. Feel free to stop by, check out some really random shenanigans, mostly a lot of musings and retweets and whatnot, but still all the good times. Well, that does it for our time this week. Remember, our goal here at the Arcade Raiders podcast is to deliver our unique perspective into the video gaming world with random musings and discussion. Until until we meet again, enjoy playing those games.